I titled my book Secrets of the Monarch because the monarch butterfly, it takes 6 to 7 generations for it to complete its migration. In other words, the first one that flies will die, and it, of course, has had the baby, and then the other one dies. And so it goes like that for 6 to 7 generations. By the end of that, it's completed its migration across the country. And I see people very much the same, that our grandparents pass us their wisdom and their affection. Our parents do the same, and we in turn pass it on to our children. And I think none of us would be who we are but for the people that we're related to that came before us. And I think that the ones that come after us would not be who they are without us. So I think we all need each other, and so I titled it Secrets of the Monarch. Secrets of the Monarch is different from my 2 previous books. The first one, Don't Kiss Them Goodbye, centered more around my childhood and how being a medium affected me, and my young adulthood and how it affected me, owning who I was, having this ability that not everybody understood. My second book, We Are Their Heaven, was more about how to cope with death, how other people cope with death, and pass those tools on to people so that they can understand that it's okay to feel pain and to go through what they're experiencing and how to, in a healthy way, recover from it. And my third book, Secrets of the Monarch, is more about the dead and what we can learn from them to help us to live a better life. In the readings I've done, there's been some common themes of what deceased have said, and so I wrote that into the book so that people that are living don't squander their lives while they're here, and so they can make the most of it and live 2 to 3 lifetimes crammed into one. The most important lessons that I've put into the book, it's hard to narrow just because it's all such a compilation of what I've been through. I think the chapter that I wrote that consists of me working a murder case and how it affected me, and then I also show a reading that I did for a talk show at the same time, and how I've realized that I need to go back to connecting with people because that's what makes me happy, and put working cases aside for a while. And I think it can show other people that there are moments in our life where we have these epiphanies of where we belong and where we should be, and that we're constantly evolving and changing, and what's right for us today may not be right for us tomorrow, and that that's okay. I tried to incorporate how I deal with bringing people through, as well as my understanding of other people and how they're coping with losing those that they love. I've lost my own father, so I use examples of when I lost him and how it affected me, and how I make it right for myself today, and how in a healthy way you can go about memorializing the person that you love. I'm most fulfilled by my abilities when I can look at a child, whether it be living or deceased, and see that the reading that I did for the parents, or if the child's alive, then me being in contact with the parents and trying to act as support for them as they watch their child go through chemotherapy or whatever the case may be. I've learned a lot from children. I think that they know a lot more than we think they do. I also think that they're better people than adults are because they really have less experience in life and are a little less tainted and less cynical and soured by life. So it's really rewarding to me when I've helped a parent of a child, because I think watching a child suffer or losing a child is the worst thing that you can experience. So even though I've worked a lot of cases and it's really gratifying that I've been able to help with those, I find it more gratifying looking at the face of a mom or a dad and seeing them smile for the first time in a long time, because they know that their child's going to be okay one way or another.